The Space Marine Landraider is often thought of as the greatest tank of all time in the Warhammer 40,000 universe. So how could you possibly make that better? You give it to the orcs. Today on Conversion Corner, we're talking about my looted Gunwagon.
Anvil of War! Conversion Corner!
Hey guys, so before we get into this, I want to thank all of our subscribers for all the support they're giving us. And if you haven't subscribed yet and you like this video, make sure to throw on your power claw, smash that subscribe button, and snip that bell icon for the next notification on the newest Ork videos. Alright, so today we're talking about my looted Gunwagon that I have made out of the greatest tank in the game, and that's the Landraider from the Space Marines range. So the initial inspiration behind this conversion for me came from, I had a buddy who'd played Templars his entire gaming career, and then I needed a trophy, right? I'd beat him a couple of times, so I just needed a trophy. He used to love running dual Land Raiders. I'm like, okay, so I'm going to buy a Land Raider. I'm going to turn it into a wagon. I'm going to loot it, and that's back when we had the rules for looted wagons outside of open play. So what I did was I have my looted wagon. Now I run it as a gun wagon under the new rules because it looks like a gun wagon would. But yeah, so the parts I used in this build, obviously I started with a Landraider. And then I'd seen a couple of conversions where the Leman Russ, the upper hull for the Leman Russ chassis seemed to fit perfectly where the upper hull of a Landraider would be. I'm like, all right, well, if it's going to be a gun wagon, it's going to have a lot of guns. And what tank has a lot of guns? The Leman Russ. So I got a Leman Russ kit, and I slipped the top of it in there, and it fit perfectly like I had thought it would. And then I took an inspiration from Chapter Approved 2018, I believe. Not this past one, the one before it. Yeah, 2018. And it showed you how to build a looted wagon, how they went about doing it, because that's where they included the open play rules for the looted wagon. So I saw that they put a Battlewagon turret, and with a couple of minor adjustments, they had been able to fit it onto a Leman Russ chassis. So basically what that involved was me cutting the turret ring off of the bottom half of the Battlewagon turret, and then making my own turret ring out of sprues that would fit inside the Leman Russ turret so I could still turn it freely. And then in that same conversion tutorial, it also showed using big shooters to replace the heavy bolters in the hull and on the sponsons. I obviously didn't fit the sponsons onto this, so I just replaced the heavy bolter that would normally go in the hull of the Leman Russ with a big shooter, again from the Battlewagon kit. And I also wanted to make this look like it had been destroyed and then looted from the battlefield, right? So it needed some battle damage. I used my Dremel, I used my hobby knife, I scored a bunch of damage into the vehicle, and then some of it I actually covered up with plates from the Battlewagon kit, just extra gubbins and glyphs and stuff like that. And then I didn't give it sponsons, so I ripped off where the sponsons would be. I have a chain down door. I think I used the chain from, I think that was also from the Battlewagon kit. I might be wrong, but that's basically what's holding the door from completely falling off the vehicle. Maybe an orc boy can jump out and shoot out of it when the vehicle's traversing the battlefield, because it still has transport capacity, right? And then on the other side, I took a Bulgrin shield that I had spare, and I slapped it on at a weird angle, so maybe they were fighting a combined force of Astartes and Astra Militarum. They killed a Bulgrin. They took his big shield and slapped it on. Extra armor, right? Looks cool. Works. So that was the main parts of the Battlewagon, or the main parts for the converted Battlewagon. I added an additional exhaust on the back. I think that's from the Sentinel kit. And I just had that lying spare in my bits box. Sorry, Adam, you're not getting that one from me. So then we went on to the painting of the Battlewagon, and from there I wanted to keep the original feel of its original owners, right? It's been looted and pressed right back into service to inspire fear or disgust in the enemy forces that their technology had been perverted by Orky ingenuity. And so I kept the Templar scheme. I gave it a light blue dry brush to make it look a little bit faded, a little bit weathered. The Leman Russ chassis I matched to my own Deathcore army color scheme, so maybe or camo scheme, so maybe the Leman Russ was pried open from the Deathcore and fitted onto the Battlewagon. And then I started adding orky bits or orky paint to the model itself. I painted all the scrap metal, all the orc bits in the just various colors to make sure that it would fit in with any clan. I included some checker patterns on there to make it's obviously orky and stuff like that. I also used transfers to make sure that it was definitely a Templar vehicle of Josh's. I used the Maltese Cross and the Terra Volt transfers from the Forge World Imperial Fist transfer sheet. And so the transfers still draw the ire of Josh in every game we play. So yeah, that's my take on the Gunwagon that I looted. And if you guys have any other looted wagons, Gunwagon conversions, Battlewagon conversions, Battle Fortress conversions that you guys have done, by all means, please post it down to our social media. I'd love to see it, and I'm sure a lot of other Orc players would too. I mean, that's the really good thing I found about the Orc community is everyone always has their own ideas when it comes to looting and kit bashing. And I draw a lot of ideas from the community myself. I might not copy it exactly, but I plug and play with other people's ideas because some of you are so incredibly creative, and I'd love to see more of that. So, thanks, guys.
Sponsored by...
Hey guys, thanks for watching Anvil of War. If you liked the video, please like, share, subscribe down below. We love your support. Thanks. And maybe snip that bell icon so you can be notified. Correction. Where am I picking up?
To inspire ire. Beauty.